Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos will keep uploading and helping you out, guys. On this video, we're talking about alcohols. Are we together? Alcohols, guys, do have a general formula, and their general formula is just like this. How? The general formula is just like this, guys. Ne? You can write it like that, or you can simply write it like this. Ne? Um, Alcohols have a functional group. A functional group is an OH minus ion, or we can just say it's a hydroxide ion. And whenever you write down the IUPAC name of the alcohol, the suffix will have to be all. Are we together? Okay, we have three different types of alcohols, guys. Ne? We have primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, and tertiary alcohols. Let me use alcohols that have the same molecular formula, by the way. Let's use, firstly, let's take pentane. Okay, one, two, three, four, five. Let's say you just have hydrogens all over, ne, guys. Since I don't want to waste too much time, I'll just indicate my functional group for alcohols, ne. We have that type of an alcohol. Second, you have this one. This type of an alcohol, and then thirdly we have this one. 2, 3. We have an OH over there. I'm lazy to write the hydrogens. Né? The difference, guys, between these three alcohols, one is a primary alcohol, the other one is a tertiary alcohol, and the other one is a secondary alcohol. Né? An alcohol that has the functional group at the terminal carbon is called a primary alcohol. Are you together? An alcohol that has a functional group at the carbon which is bonded to other two carbons, that kind of an alcohol is called a secondary alcohol. Are you together? And then an alcohol which has a functional group at the carbon which is bonded to three other carbons, that alcohol is called a tertiary alcohol. Are you together? And yes, whenever you talk about as we progress, when you talk about the intermolecular forces, you will find that if they all have the molecular formulas to be the same, primary alcohols will have stronger intermolecular forces. But we'll get there. Don't worry about that. Ne? For now, I just wanted you to know the difference between these alcohols, ne? Primary alcohol, secondary alcohol, and tertiary alcohol. And please note that, guys, an oxidation of a primary alcohol will form an aldehyde. Are we together? An oxidation of a primary alcohol will form an aldehyde. And then further oxidation will therefore form a carboxylic acid. Are we together? Further oxidation will therefore form a carboxylic acid. Okay? And then please note that an oxidation of a secondary alcohol will always form a ketone. An oxidation of a secondary alcohol will always form a ketone. Are you together? Okay, now let me teach you guys how to write down the IUPAC name of these alcohols. It's very, very simple, guys. Remember that the suffix has to be all, so don't have to sweat about it. The suffix has to be all. We don't have to sweat about it. Okay, let's say we have a structure like this. You have H, H, H. There's OH over there, and then H, 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 H. And then another structure. let's take the positional isomer. Let's say we have a structure like you have these two structures, guys. Now we know that, guys, yes, we have 3 carbons on our parent chain. So since we have 3 carbons, the prefix has to be propane. Are you together? The prefix would be propane, and the suffix will be ol. Same thing applies here. The prefix will be propane and the suffix will be ol. But wait a minute, guys. We cannot give the same IUPAC name for 2 different structures. We cannot give the same IUPAC name for 2 different structures. On structure number 1, our OH was at the terminal carbon. On the second structure, the OH ion is at carbon number 2. So we cannot say these 2 different organic compounds have the same IUPAC name. Are you together? So it's very, very important, guys, to number your carbons number 1 and then give the address of your hydroxide ions. It's very, very important, because if you don't give addresses of our hydroxide ions, we'll end up saying these 2 compounds have the same IUPAC name, which is totally incorrect. Are you together? So how do we name these organic compounds? We will start numbering from the terminal, which is closer to the functional group. Always the time, guys. Start numbering your carbons from the terminal, which is closer to your functional group. So this will be carbon number 1, 2, and 3. So whenever you write down the IUPAC name of this compound, you'll simply say this is propane, and then at carbon number 1, I have my functional group, and then the suffix will simply be ol. For this one, this will be carbon number 1, 2, and 3, right? The prefix, yes, is propane. Are you together? But now at carbon number 2, I have my functional group, and hence the suffix will be ol. Are you together? This is how, guys, you name your organic compounds. It's very, very simple. Are you together? It's very, very simple. And obviously propane 2-ol is a secondary alcohol. Propane 1-ol is a primary alcohol. Okay, okay, now let's name it's very straightforward, guys, to name these alcohols, né? I'm lazy to write the hydrogens, né? But please note that these bonds, they represent hydrogens. So whenever you want to name this compound, you must start numbering your carbons from the terminal, which is closer to our functional group. So this will be carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I know that since I have 5 carbons on my parent chain, the prefix should be pentane. Pentane, and then the functional group is at carbon number 2, so we'll simply say this is pentane 2-ol. Okay, and then for this one, this will be carbon number 1, 2, 3. Are you together? But we do have a side chain at carbon number 2, so we have to mention that side chain. So the IUPAC name will be 2-methyl, and then now I want to mention the main compound. My main compound is an alcohol, and that alcohol has 3 carbons. That's propane 2-ol. Are you together? 3-methyl propane 2-ol. So it doesn't matter, guys, if your side chain is closer to the terminal carbon, Whenever we deal with alcohols, we always start numbering from the terminal which is closer to our functional group. For example, let's say we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have a side chain over there, and then our OH is there. Now let's put it over here. Our OH is somewhere there. Yeah. Maybe we have 2 chains there, né? Whenever we number these carbons, guys, it's very, very important. It doesn't matter that, guys, whenever we start from the left hand side, there are 2 side chains out together. That only matters if you are dealing with hydrocarbons and haloalkanes. But for alcohols, guys, it's not like that, né? For alcohols, you'll start numbering your carbons always the time from the terminal which is closer to your functional group. So this will be carbon number 1, carbon 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are you together? But obviously I have to mention these additions to my alcohol first. The additions are the methyls, and both of them are at carbon number 4. So that's 4.4 dimethyl. Are together? And our main compound, our main alcohol, has 5 carbons. So it's pentane. It's pentane 2-ol, since the functional group is at carbon number 2. That's how, guys, you name these things. Are you together? Sometimes we'll have something like this. Yeah, that's too much. But yeah, let's say you have something like this, né? And these are your side chains. Let me indicate with the hydrogens. Are you together? Okay, hydrogen, 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 hydrogen. So our parent chain would be this one. And we must start numbering our carbons from the terminal which is closer to the functional group. Our functional group is OH, remember that? So this will be carbon number 1, that's carbon 2, 3, 4, and 5. Are you together? And yes, guys, we do have the additions, the alkyl group. We have an ethyl, and then we have 3 of the methyls. Whenever I mention these additions, I need to mention them alphabetically. Are you together? So I need to mention ethyl first, and then mention the 3 methyls. So at carbon number 3, I have an ethyl. It's a side chain with 2 carbons, so it's we call it an ethyl, yeah? And then at carbon number 3, carbon number 4, I have 3 methyls, so we'll say it's trimethyl. It's trimethyl. The main alcohol had 5 carbons, so it's pentane. Are you together? And then our functional group is at carbon number 2. That's how you name these compounds, guys. Are you together? Obviously, guys, just stay tuned, guys. On the next video, I'll be naming different alcohols, drawing structural formulas as well when necessary. And then yeah, if I'm given a condensed structure, I'll be drawing a structural formula. If I'm given an IUPAC name, I'll also draw a structural formula. So just stay tuned, guys, and wait for the next video. Thank you.